18-member guest. Thank you for coming. I'd like to first thank our staff, our Pro Shop staff, our clubhouse staff, and our maintenance staff for all the hard work that we put in to make this a great event for you guys. So thank you to the staff. This year's format is very similar to how we've done it in the past. We will play 5 matches with a possible 10 points available to win. Everybody got one of those beautiful booklets at the beginning of registration, correct?
Yep.
And everybody's read through them 3 times, correct? Close, right? Perfect. Any questions that you have, please let me know. Otherwise, those booklets are there for you to answer any questions that you might have throughout the weekend. A couple important procedures for again this weekend. Read your booklet. Scorecards are very important. We want to make sure you're doing gross scores only on the scorecards. If you turn in your scorecard today and it's not accurate, you'll be giving your scorecard back and you'll need to make sure it's filled out correctly. There is a line underneath each name. So again, partner 1, fill out the gross score. Partner 2, fill out the gross score. And then there is a line under there for team points if you would like to do points yourself. We will figure those all out for you. However, I know some of you do like to do that. But make sure it's gross score on those scorecards for your scoring. We'll also want to make sure that you're verifying the scores with your playing opponents afterwards and signing the cards so that everybody has accurate scores on there. Also, too, pace of play. Once we start here, we will make sure to sound a horn. We'll be off the back deck to sound a horn. And then we're going to be timing you. We've got 2.5 hours that we want to be able to finish the round. So again, we're going to be pushing you to make sure that we get through. Lunch will be available afterwards, and then we'll start all the fun over again at 12:30. So again, we'll make sure that we keep you on pace of play so that we can get all of our rounds in. All those of you that are in for the shootout tonight too, that'll be available afterwards. So we'll have information for you after your 3rd round there. For your first round of golf, you will get your 2nd scorecard when you turn in your 1st scorecard. Again, after we make sure and verify that your scorecard is accurate. So you'll get your 2nd scorecard after your 1st scorecard. And remember again, we're doing gross scores on the scorecards. 3rd, again, rules, local rules will be in effect. And again, rules we've got in your booklet as well too, as well as the flights and all of your matches in there too. We have the scoreboards up at the clubhouse too, and the scoreboards will also say your matches and who you're playing. The green boxes on the scorecards up at the clubhouse mean the hole that you are starting on. The yellow boxes are the team that you're playing. So the scorecards up there, the scoreboard up there will also indicate the information that you need for the tournament. We have 4 caddies available. The 4 caddies are going to be the kids in the green shirts, and they also have green flags available for you as well too to help mark your balls. So make sure to take care of the 4 caddies out there. Anybody in the red shirt like I'm wearing right now is our Pro Shop staff, and then we've got blue shirts out there for our bar staff. So anybody in these shirts, feel free to ask questions too. They will help direct you where you need to go. With that, I'm going to turn this over to Nick Carter as we start our opening drive ceremony. And he will introduce what we've got going on.
Thanks, Corinne. Certainly want to congratulate Corinne and her team for putting on this event for the weekend. I'm sure it's going to be fun. Obviously, tried something new last night with the par 3. I think everybody that participated in it truly enjoyed it. But at the same time, with that being new, we're also recognizing the past, and we're here today to think about John James and the contribution that John made to this club. John was a dedicated employee for over 35 years to this course, and the bulk of that was as our superintendent. So in your booklets, there's a picture of John, there's a write-up on John. I'm not going to read it all for you, but just a couple of highlights. If it wasn't for John's dedication over the years, this wouldn't be a golf course. We wouldn't be here today doing this. John, for all those years, typically had a austerity budget, which meant he was living here night and day. He was cutting grass during the day. He was hauling hoses to water the place at night because we didn't have a automated sprinkler system. And at the end, when John was fighting cancer, he did live here. The maintenance office was turned into a bedroom, and he slept there. He was bound to determine that he wanted to make sure that the staff knew what they had to do every day when they went out, and he did a great job. So again, if it wasn't for John, we wouldn't be playing golf today. So there's in the write-up, you'll find some a little bit of humor with John. A big part of John's humor was speeding these greens up, putting pins where they were pretty impossible to play at times, and then he'd sit and laugh at us. So, but he was a great guy, great sense of humor, and we wouldn't be here as a golf course without him. So, in closing, I will tell you that we have a plaque over here for John, and it is. It's a good summation of what he meant to this place as the keeper of our greens, because he prided himself on these greens taking a back seat to nobody. So appreciate your attention. If you get a chance to read this. And then I want to introduce John's sister, Kay. She'd like to make a couple of brief comments. Kay?
Thank you very much. This was John's home. He had family, but this was actually his home. He loved this community, he loved this golf course. He especially loved the people that worked for him. Old Walt, if you were around back in the day, and I know all you guys are just young little punks, so probably not there, but Drum, you remember Walt? Anyway, he loved this golf course, and I appreciate that you're doing this today. And hopefully my nephew Luke is supposed to hit this great shot to start you off. If it's not good enough, I would be more than happy to do that. And also in closing, when John was here, if you've seen the movie Caddyshack, it's the closest thing to Caddyshack when John worked here that's ever been. Thank you very much.
All right, Luke, you're up.
Come on, Luke!
No pressure.
I'm going to stand beside you.
Do you want me to stand beside you? Yeah.
It's teed up a little too high.
Cinderella story.